Hi, today is day 17 of a 20-minute workout. I am going to be using an exercise ball and one 5-pound weight. So we'll get started right away. We're going to use the weight first. We're going to come lying on down. We're going to start warming up with some bridging and breathing. So before we get started, knees bent, feet flat. Try to relax through that face, neck, and jaw. Press your shoulders down, hands into the mat. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Now add some pelvic rocks. So imprint your spine, press that navel in, and then release it so your hips aren't lifting. Keep with your breathing as you rock your pelvis back and forth, warming up that low back. One more each direction. And then find a neutral spine. So small pocket of air under that low back, heavy hips, heavy shoulders. I'm going to take my one weight. I'm going to place it long ways between my legs. So my legs have to be really close together to hold that weight in place. The top part of my dumbbell is at the top of my knees. My feet are flat, my knees are bent. I'm going to take a deep breath. Exhale, round or roll up through that spine, lifting those hips towards that ceiling. Hold that navel towards spine, squeeze through those glutes. And then exhale and lower down one vertebra at a time. And again, try to articulate one vertebra at a time as you roll on up. Those glutes and hamstrings are squeezing so tight. Take your breath, roll it back down. So you're being forced to hold those glutes and hamstrings even tighter than normal because you have that weight between your legs, really forcing you to squeeze the weight together. Take that navel, press it in, round and roll it up. Take your breath, release, and round and roll it down. Really trying to articulate. And again, bring it on up. We have a couple more. And then round and bring it back down. Last one, we're gonna hold it up here. So we're gonna hold that bridge. Again, we're holding bridge. We're trying not to flare through that rib cage. We're squeezing that weight together. We're breathing. You're gonna drop your hips down a couple inches and squeeze it up. Drop it down, squeeze it up. For 8, 7, 6, 5, pull that navel in each time. 4, 3, 2, and last one, press it up, take your breath, and slowly roll it down. We have one more variation here. Take your breath, round and roll it up. Get to that top range. Maybe scoot your feet in a little bit. We're gonna do little heel raises. So we're gonna lift your heels and lower. Lift and lower, lift and lower for 5. Hold that weight in place. 3, dropping mine. 2, oh no, 1. And then lower those heels and lower all the way back down. Whew. You can move that weight out from in between your legs. If you want to let your legs fall out, a lot of inner thigh work there as well. Whew. Taking that breath. And then let's bring those legs up to table. Lengthen them towards the ceiling and just pull those legs towards you. And then bringing your legs back to table, let's place our hands behind the base of our skull. We're gonna take some chest lifts here. So make sure you have a nice imprinted spine, press that navel in, and then you're gonna lift it up and lower it down, and lift it up, lower it down. So try to get to the bottom tips of those shoulder blades, really pull that tummy in. So squeeze it in and then lift and scoop. Squeeze it in, lift and scoop. Squeeze it in, lift and scoop. Squeeze it in. Now let's add one leg long, then the other. Squeeze it in. For 4 and 3. Lengthen through that leg, point through that ankle. 2 and 1. And then we are going to lift and extend. So try not to arch through that back as you extend those legs away. If you are, Really pull that navel in. Maybe bring your legs a little higher. If you want to lengthen those arms to get to your sides, maybe you get a little bit higher and reaching those fingers forward versus behind your head. Keep breathing here. A few more. Last one, hold it. Hold that. Breathing. 1 inch up, 1 inch down with those legs for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and then bring it on. Even though I was breathing, I felt like I was holding my breath. Whew. Okay, we're gonna just get some crisscross abs here to get those obliques going. So when you're ready, reach up and over, back through center, up and over, back through center. Try to really get that whole shoulder blade up and off the mat. Breathing here. Keep that spine connected. Holding it here. A few more here. Let's hold it. Let's bicycle those legs like you're pedaling as you hold the crisscross for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back through center, over to the other side. Bicycle those legs for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring it back through center. Lower it down. Lower those legs down. Spread those hands wide. Take a knee sway in one direction with both knees. And then bring it back through center. Sway it to the other side. And back through center. Let's lengthen through that body. We're gonna roll up here. Pull that navel in. Connect those legs. Reach those arms forward. Tuck that chin to chest. And take a forward fold here. Really stretching through. And then round through that spine and sit up tall. Okay, we're gonna go right into a side lying position. I am gonna use the exercise ball, or if you have a rolled up towel, I'm placing my feet, stacking them one on top of the other, bending my knees in. I have my elbow under my shoulder. I have my weight. I'm gonna go into some clamshells. Try not to move the ball so that just the top leg lifts and lowers with that weight resting right above the knee on the outside of the thigh. So working those abductors, trying to open up that leg so that knee shines right up to the ceiling every time. Holding it here, trying to keep pressure with those feet on that ball. For 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up and add little pressure pulses. You can press your hand against your thigh to give a little more resistance. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Keeping those feet on that ball. Let's do our arm up. We're gonna go into some hip lifts. So really try not to move that ball. It's gonna be tricky. So you're gonna lift it up and lower it down. And lift it up, squeezing through that bottom oblique. So up, pull it in and down. And up, pull it in and down. Now, if you start to feel yourself rolling, just reposition. Really use those obliques to lift the hips. A few more here. As you can see, I keep moving my ball. I need to take it a little slower and lift. That bottom leg will stay connected a little bit. For last 2, really try to lift that bottom oblique in 1 and lower it down. Whew. Okay, we're gonna go right over to side 2. Again, placing both feet on top of that ball, stacking your legs, elbow under your shoulder, and press, holding that weight into the side of your thigh above your knee. Open up that knee. As soon as you get to that end range, try not to open up your hips. I just felt myself rock back. I'm using my abdominals to help stabilize my hips so I don't roll back as I open my leg up towards the ceiling. As you notice, my feet are staying connected. Finishing this up for 6, 5, keep that tummy tucked, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up. Now press against that leg a little bit as you pulse and push against that weight. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Let's shoot that arm up, trying to keep those feet stable on that ball. You're gonna lift from that bottom oblique and lift it up. We're cinching that waist. So lifting it up. Use that bottom oblique to lift the hips. Keeping the legs stacked. You need to reposition and lift. Maybe drive your hips forward a little bit as you come up. Squeeze through those glutes for 4 and 3 and 2 and last 1 and bring it on down. Whew, okay, nice job. Moving that ball out of the way. Just wanna take a little stretch here. I'm sitting in my butterfly stretch. You can do whatever seated position you want. I'm just going to twist and look behind, getting a good stretch through those obliques, and then twist and look behind and bring it back through center. Okay, coming to all fours. I'm gonna grab this. Actually, I'm gonna use the weight instead of the ball. You could use the ball. I'm gonna place the weight behind my right knee, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, pull that navel in, nice long spine from head to tail. I'm going to start lifting and lowering my right leg with that weight behind. So imagining the bottom of your foot is stamping the ceiling. Try not to sink into that standing leg, push those palms into that mat. Holding it here for 8, 7, 6, feeling it through the hamstrings and glutes, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it and add little tiny pulses, trying to lift it higher. Holding it there for 8, 7, 6, pull that navel in, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. If you need to regrip that weight, do that. And lift it to the side and back down. Holding that weight in place. Keeping that tummy tucked. Try not to rotate those hips as you lift the leg. Holding it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up, add little tiny lifts for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. Again, if you need to fix that weight, we're not done yet though. We're gonna do knee circles. So you're gonna send it back and around and down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse it. Send it wide, back and around for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew, okay. If you want to tuck those toes, send those hips up. Get a good stretch through the back side of that leg. Press your chest towards your thighs, holding that stretch in a down dog. Holding it there. And then bring it forward and drop those knees back down, and we go to side two. I'm gonna flip around, putting that weight behind my left knee. If you need to give those wrists a little roll out, you can always come down to the forearms to pull that navel in, and here we go. Lift and lower, lift and lower. No arching through that low back. Make sure you have that tummy tucked tight to your spine. Holding this. Almost done here. For 6, 5, heads long in line with the spine. 3, 2, 1, hold it up, little tiny pulses. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bring it down. And again, we go to the side. Make sure you have a good grasp on that weight or ball. Feel those obliques working because you're keeping everything stabilized as you lift that leg. Breathing here. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, hold it. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. If you need to adjust that weight before we do our knee circles, bring it down and around. For 8, 7, try to draw a circle with your knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gotta fix this and reverse it to the side, back and around. For 7, 6, try to really lift that leg. 4, 3, 2, last one. Woo, move that weight. Tuck those toes, pike up again into that down dog. Holding that stretch, pressing your chest towards those legs. And then bringing it on down. Okay, so we're gonna re-engage that core. And actually, no, first we're starting here. We're gonna bring ourselves up. Move any props out of your way. Okay, so we are going to stand in a wide external rotation. So toes, knees, hips, all externally rotated. You're gonna take a deep squat here. A deep squat, holding that squat. You're gonna draw your hands down to the ground in between those legs on the mat. You're going to extend one leg out, followed by the other, holding a plank position. You're gonna reach one leg up, bring it in, extend it out, and lower it down. Bring the other leg up, bring it in, extend it out, lower it down. You're gonna step wide with the right leg, wide with the left, and stand it on up, reaching for the ceiling. And bring it back down. Placing those hands down on the mat. You're gonna extend one leg long, followed by the other. Find that plank, lift that leg, bring it in, lift and lower. Lift that leg, bring it in, lift and lower. You're gonna step that leg in, the other leg in, and stand it up. Reach and extend through that spine. Bring it back down. We have a few more like this. Extend it out, extend it out. Lift it up, bring it in, lift it out, and down. Lift it up, bring it in, extend it out, down, Step it wide, reach it up, lower it down, touch the ground, extend, extend, lift it up, bring it in, lift it up, and down, lift it up, bring it in, up, and down, walk it out, stand it up, and bring it down, place the hands on the ground, reach it back, this is the last one, extend it up, bring it in, extend it up, and down, extend it up, bring it in, extend it up, and down, walk it in, stand it up, whew, and lower those arms down. Okay, let's just take one last roll down here. So bring those arms up, fall forward and over, hang heavy with the upper body, connect those hands, press your chest towards your thighs, take a deep breath, tuck that navel in, and roll on up all the way to standing, and you're all set. Thank you. Oh gosh, my hair.